The starting and we're live.
All right, folks, welcome once again to another episode of Custom Action Figure News. This is going to be episode 74, and this one is kind of just me and Shawn for the night. Let me close my door here so that we don't hear RoboCop going on in the other room, or at least not too much RoboCop. And we're just kind of be talking about general news and updates. That's kind of what the title of this show is, and shoot the bull. So it's just me and Shawn tonight, which is kind of a welcome change, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, and
That's some of our best sessions, just shooting the bull.
yep, we haven't done this in a really long time. I think it's been over a year, Shawn.
At least. But
So
don't worry, we'll get back to the regular stuff.
yep, definitely, and we'll get back to interviewing awesome customizers and whatnot. But Shawn, I know you got some announcements, so why don't you go ahead and get started with those?
All right, yes sir. We'll start with, let me get the screen set so it is where I want it. You'd think after this many times I would be ready to go with this thing, but it's interesting keeping all these screens straight. But first thing I would like to talk about is we are about 1 week away from winding down the Bounty Hunters Custom Challenge. And just the brief particulars, it's 3 3/4 inch in scale, and you just pretty much have to make a Star Wars bounty hunter, one that exists or one of your own choosing. Matter of fact, let me see if I can scroll up to Starfall. Had a really cool one I saw this week that I wanted to use. Oh, look, there's Jet. Oh, look at Jetpack Blues. He's got that neat. I didn't even see this yet, folks. He's got a neat modified, that new Stormtrooper helmet, custom cast. Oh, yeah, here is Starfall's entry. He kind of made some female versions of Boba Fett, and he kind of made
Hmm.
the animated debut Fett, and then he made I think it was looking to me like an Empire Strikes Back version, but I could be wrong. But just really, really cool stuff. So as you can see, I mean, it doesn't have to be modeled after even an existing bounty hunter. Really cool. Really cool. So
Awesome.
anyway, yeah, isn't that neat? So
Yeah.
anyway, hope you get your bounty hunter on for the latest contest. Let me see if I can get back to the swag. I've found some stuff at Five Below for this contest. It's kind of a mix of some of the nicer figures from Joe, and there's that Samurai from Wolverine, and some of the Clone Wars figures. Some of them are some of the nicer clone commanders. You've got, Rex and
Wolf and
Fox, and
Fox, yeah.
yeah, so some of the standard Phase 2 clones that people seem to like, and of course we know we're not going to see too many more of them come across the shelves, so I thought that was pretty cool and give folks a good grab bag. And if you just enter a custom, we enter you into our random drawing, so I hope you get your bounty hunter on. The more the merrier. Everybody's welcome. The next thing, and Chad, I don't know if you even saw this yet, but we have upgraded the forums. Of course, the forums is kind of like the social area at Imperial Shipyards, and man, oh man, was that a big trial and tribulation. I guess it all started with uh, Jason from Yakface had sent me a message saying we've got this fellow that has been trying to join and he can't, figure it out. And I don't even know what was up with our email. Anyway, I said, well, let me get this figured out. And I found out that our old forums wasn't letting people register. So, long story short, I got that problem fixed. And then there was a fellow from the SMS forum support team. His name was Mashby. Big shout out to Mashby. Thank you. Of course, anybody that likes Pittsburgh Steelers, you knew it was going to be okay, but he helped me get this stuff set up. And we've got a new forums. It's easier to join, it's easier to navigate, and there's also some neat new forum features. So uh, if you want to come in, kick the tires, of course, it's free to register. And man, if you want to see the custom work, this is a place to find it right here in that section right there. I mean, it's just Of course, custom figures, custom vehicles. I mean, just all kinds of cool stuff. But the more the merrier, so I wanted to give a shout out about that and thank Mashby. And speaking of the forums, Hangar Bay 94, our graphics guru, is back with a nice teaser image for his graphic fiction, X-Wing Allinace. And man, what he can do with... Can you see that, Chad? Isn't that cool?
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't want to be
Definitely.
those X-Wings, man. They look like they're in for a world of hurts. But he's teasing a new chapter, and man, the work that that guy has done putting this together, and definitely put some links to that particular graphic novel in the show notes. So please check that out. I mean, just really cool stuff. And speaking of great photo novels, graphic fiction, Kualan, definitely want to get him on here to talk about his work, but he's created a new chapter for Tales from the Clone Wars, and my new favorite bad guy. You see that dude there, Chad?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna be fun. Remember back when Kostrofa was my favorite bad guy, and now we've got this guy. But interesting to see how he interacts with Boba Fett. So you just come in, like I said, it's kind of a webcomic format, and just excellent storyline. You know, there's Mace and company, and of course, tons of action, tons of just good stuff. Anyway, thanks guys for sharing that stuff on Imperial Shipyards, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for more of that stuff. So, give you a shout out, and I think that's it, Chad.
All right. Okay, so we're going to get right into just kind of like a whole bunch of stuff that Shawn has listed here.
Yeah, I went all over the place. I mean, there was really no rhyme or reason. I was just kind of just going through. It's like, what cool stuff have I seen lately? So I was kind of thought we'd break this down, Chad, maybe into a couple sections. Like maybe start with some of the cool custom stuff, and then maybe get into just like general news and nuggets as far as collecting, and then maybe some, even Star Wars news, and then maybe turn it on to, kind of a what's on the pegs, and then say, okay, here's some stuff that I've seen online as far as the local stuff, as far as products that people might be interested in or they might not. So this is kind of a little menagerie, little hodgepodge, that I think folks. I know I have seen times where I would have liked for someone to put something like that together for me. So just trying to
Hmm.
keep everybody informed and get the message out.
Well, I know that I didn't get a chance to add a whole lot to this, but I've been noticing a lot of things on Facebook recently, and also I've been in contact with Jetpack Blues. As a matter of fact, today I was talking to him, and I guess a lot of people are finding, Shawn, that Walgreens prototype Boba Fett
Yeah, I'm
today.
hearing some news about that too. Yep.
Yeah, I saw we were talking about that because a couple of our Instagram friends had found that, and actually one of our friends found two of those things, and I guess it
Wow.
was straight off the truck. So those
Cool.
are starting to show up, folks. And if you're looking for one of those, which I mean that's an awesome figure just to have, but also. I mean, for custom, Shawn, that's a great figure also. So,
Oh, that's what I was thinking when I saw it. It's like, man, as a base figure, that would be really cool.
yeah,
And I
definitely.
ordered I ordered two online before they sold out, so I'm kind of anxious to see um, maybe if those start shipping too. But that's cool. I'm glad to hear that people are actually finding those. Has Jetpack Blues found any yet?
No, it was a friend of his. I think I also follow the guy too because I saw the photo that he had posted, and then Jetpack Blues um, tagged me on Instagram and said, "Hey, this might be something you might want to talk about tonight on the show." And I
Mm-hmm.
said, "Definitely." And I kind of messaged him back and I said, "I bet you Shawn has heard about this." And he said, well, just in case. And I said, definitely, yeah, I'll mention it. So
The
he,
person that I saw that had two evidently found them from Florida.
hmm yeah. Well, I didn't get a chance to check Walgreens today, and I
Hmm.
kind of am kicking myself now because I went right by one, and the only places that I went today were the post office, and then I went to Dollar General, and then I went to Toys R Us, and then I went home, and then I've pretty much been home all day long. And I kind of wish that I would have ran into the Walgreens because there was one right across the street from the Dollar General to see if they had one, because I could have grabbed one with the money that I had, but hey, that's how it goes, I guess.
I believe you. You know, those look to me like maybe they'll stock them and
hmm
uh, maybe we'll see them.
Well, it's an exclusive, so you would think
Right.
that they'll since it's an exclusive, they'll keep restocking it, but we'll see.
So start checking your Walgreens, folks.
Yep, definitely.
All right. Should we start a little customizing? Start with customizing journey.
Yeah, well, I've been paying attention, of course, to Dayton stuff, and I know you got that as your first thing here, and
Yeah, you
he's
just
been.
can't not pay attention to this guy on the customizing scene. He always has new stuff, and I mean, look at it.
Yep, there you go. I really like the one photo that he posted. I think it was either earlier this week or perhaps late last week of the little chest burster alien popping
Oh,
out
let
of
me scroll down to it. I know what
yeah,
you're talking about.
extremely tiny little sculpt, but still
Where
super
is that
super
little dude?
awesome.
Where is that? There
And
he
he
is.
actually posted a
Right there.
picture of it. There you go. And he's got an earlier one where he's got a dime and the thing is like maybe half the size of a dime, which shows you how small this thing is, of course. So that thing is awesome, and of course he's getting pretty close to finishing up a
And look,
lot of
he's
that
working
stuff.
on Star Wars again.
Yeah,
Yay!
he's got a lot of Star Wars stuff that he's kind of started up again. There's that guy, and then he started working on his Darth Vader again, and
Yeah.
there was something else. I can't remember what the other thing was that he started working on
He
again,
was
but
working on his. Oh, there's his Vader. I mean, come on.
yeah, that's
I wish
awesome.
Dayton was in charge of that new 6-inch Vader, but anyway, that Hasbro's making. Of course, he's back in his alien stuff. Of course, he's back into Sucker Punch. That was the other one he's working on.
Yeah, there you go. Looking great there too. I gotta
Yeah,
watch that movie again.
yeah, that is an awesome movie. I like that scene with the samurai with the great big Gatling guns. Thought that was cool. Very cool stuff, though. So, yeah, that's first place to start. Then, our buddy Darth Streams that we've had on before. Look at that, Chad.
Yep,
Is that cool or what?
yep. He's got all kinds of cool things going on. That's sweet. That particular one right there is really sweet.
I would be buying Star Wars Rebels action figures if they look like this.
Oh yeah.
Vintage
I
card back. Look at the figure itself, multi-articulated. Let me see if I can. He's got the. Where's? Let me see some of the recipe for that. It is immense. Like, look at that. Arms and legs, Zartan. Shoulder armor, Zamet. Ganner Craig head. Gun belt, Abernathy. Torso and arm from Resolute Duke. Anyway, you can click in. We'll put it in the show notes. You can see the full recipe, but I can see people really wanting to copy that. What do you think?
definitely, definitely, and a
Man,
lot of people want to order that card back from him. Hopefully.
well, on our next agenda, hopefully we'll have him on here showing us a couple things.
Yep.
We're going to try to get a uh, custom card back roundtable off the ground for our next podcast, and Darth Streams has already kindly agreed to show up, and we're going to try to get a couple more of our friends on that we know deal with that type stuff. But Darth Streams just does some nice work. So
Yep.
nice job, guy. Nice job.
And along those same lines of custom figures and custom carded art, I've been following Wookie Ball's
Yeah.
posts on Facebook, and he's actually opened up a store
Right.
on Facebook. Well, it's not. on Facebook, but he's been posting about it on Facebook, and he's got a lot of really cool stuff. And one of the things that I saw today that he posted was some really sweet Republic Commandos. I think it was a Boss, and I want to say Fixer, and they were really, really, really cool looking customs. And he's got a whole bunch of other things too that he's been posting left and right. In fact, he changed his name to Ray Wookie Balls Hamill.
Yeah, it's like Facebook is doing weird stuff with names, and people
Yeah.
are being forced to change to different names to follow the new Facebook policies, which seems pretty stupid to me because it's still like you can make up whatever you want.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what he's having to do apparently. But man, his carded figures are awesome, and his customs are awesome, which are all on his cards. So
Yeah,
there's
we're hoping to have him on that same round table.
exactly. Yeah, definitely. And in fact, we want to have him on just as himself too at some point.
Yes, whatever he wants to call himself. He can call himself Ray Hamill, Wookie Balls, whatever you want, Ray. We just want you back on, bud.
Exactly. Exactly. All right. So let's see. Where are we going from there? We got
Oh, right here. Did you see this project yet? Max Replicas
no,
making
I
an
haven't
eye.
seen it.
Look at that. That
Yeah, it
dude
looks really
is
cool.
making a diorama of the Industrial Light and Magic effect shop. I mean, and I think it was Shefka. Hey, I pronounced his name right too. Um, said it best when he commented in the forums that let me see if I'm fine. Yeah, right here. Good Lord, which ones are the reference images? And I was like, that's spot on because, I mean, there's a picture of the camera they used to shoot the film, and then he just made a custom version. I mean, it is unreal what that dude can make too. And you okay there, Chad?
Yeah, I just keep knocking my phone over.
Okay.
Sorry.
But I mean that effect. Although I don't know if you can see this effect on the screen now, Chad. This effect here looks very uh, uh, zippy to me. Do you see this effect? I don't know if you
Oh
remember
yeah, that's awesome.
Barry. Our friend Barry, who turned his entire room into a huge Battle of Hoth diorama, and his main claim was just some realistic explosion effects, and this reminds me a lot like that. But I mean, just really cool project, really cool stuff. So I'm looking forward to see how this turns out. Talk about no detail too small. Awesome. All right, Chad. Anything else about this one before I move us on?
No, it just looks really awesome. I
Yeah.
mean, sweet pictures. Yeah. All right.
All right. Have you seen the people customizing up these command series things?
No, I haven't, honestly.
Well, here you go. We'll start with this. This is our buddy Ron Hembling that we know as Symbol Creations. Just doing some really cool stuff with the Star Wars Command series. I mean, look at that.
Oh
These are
yeah, I
just
saw this. I
this
saw
little
this.
2-inch army men that
Hmm.
he's just, I mean, does that look like a movie still or what?
Yeah.
Add some paint to those guys and watch them pop. So that was our friend Ron Hemling, and then Spoodafet, uh, and he has some great work in progress pictures. Saw some of what Ron did, and then he kind of added his own stuff that I thought was really cool. And he's still, these are still in the work in progress phase. But I'm thinking maybe Hasbro has finally got themselves a kind of a lower dollar price point that people can actually do some things with. What do you think, Chad? Have you looked at any of them in person yet?
No, I don't. I honestly, Shawn, they haven't shown up in my. I was at Toys R Us today, and they haven't shown up there. There's no new Black Series 6-inch. There's no new Black Series regular. And there's no command series, nothing. I mean, they haven't refreshed my Star Wars section at my Toys R Us for a really long time.
Huh. Well, man, I feel bad for you, bud.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I mean,
these are just really cool. I think I can't wait to see what more people do with them. And I told Ron, you better get yourself that AT-AT Walker set and do something with them. That'd be really cool. Neat stuff. It's a close-up right there. So I thought that was really cool. And just what a great way to, maybe get, they're only a few bucks, so if you mess one up, no big deal. What a great way to maybe get into customizing and learning how to paint and doing stuff like that,
Definitely, definitely.
So I thought that was cool. And
Very
we had
cool.
and we had an update this week for our buddy 12th Parsec. You remember we had him on, Chad, to talk about his Space Trees campaign?
Absolutely, I remember, yeah.
So looks like everything's back on track, and he said shipping notices should be sent out again this week, and that was back on August 25th, so we're actually a little bit after that now. So it's great to hear from our buddy 12th Parsec. Might see if he wants to come back on and maybe give us an update in person about how that whole thing's going. It's always find it interesting that these startup campaigns that folks get themselves involved with, and all of the little interesting things they run into that, I think most people, they just want their stuff, and then it's like, well, where's my stuff? And uh, as some of us know, customizing of itself is just a time-consuming process, and then trying to mass produce something like that, and then it's just so. Hopefully patience is in order, folks, and it looks like stuff's starting to come out, and I've seen nothing but just really great reviews for the early bird sets that already have been shipped out. So it's cool to see an update there.
Definitely.
Of course, Chad, just jump in, bud, whenever you see something. As I'm just like I said, I thought this was cool. Have you seen this one? KRZ TFR.
No, I haven't, but that
Look,
is
look at
really
that.
sweet.
Isn't that a neat Walker mod? Like, of course, that's all Joe stuff, isn't it? Except for a couple, looks like snow speeder cannons right there on the front end of it. But that's a.
I
What
can't
vehicle is
tell.
that?
I mean,
What
I
was that?
can't tell. I mean, it looks like a
I
whole
know those
bunch of
mech
stuff.
legs are Joe. And wasn't that, like, what was that moving fortress that came out for Joe a couple years back that ended up getting clearance out? What was that command center called? You remember what I'm talking about?
Um,
I think that's what that
no,
is.
I don't know that. I think that it might be the. Oh goodness gracious! I'm trying to think of the name of it. It's not a command center. It's kind of like an APC type vehicle that had
Okay.
it had a helicopter. It came out in Rise of Cobra. I
Okay.
can't. I
That
want to
sounds
say,
right.
yeah, I want to say Rhino, but I don't think that's what it is.
Did
And
those
then
look like Sigma 6 mech legs? Is that what those are?
I have no idea what those legs are, Shawn. They're really bizarre looking to me, honestly.
But you remember the mechs that were in the Joe line? I mean, it's been a few years now, but
Yeah, it could be. No, those ones, the one you're talking about, are from the Pursuit of Cobra, and
mm-hmm.
those could be it. But there was also some Iron Man ones, so it could be. But I think those might be the GI Joe ones. I honestly don't know. That dude's done such a good job of meshing all the parts together.
Yeah. I mean, that's just with the first coat on. I can wait to see what he does and maybe make some water slide decals. Really cool stuff. And of course, we all know Mr. Black, our old buddy Remco, and he has really shown everyone a really cool fix for the 6-inch clone trooper. And I don't know if these pictures do it justice, but he showed you how to get more movement out of the head by trimming it down a little bit, taking away some of the neck area there, if you can see that. And now the dude can actually bend his neck back a little bit, which is one of the gripes that he had. And he actually cut out just a little bit of the material on the upper and lower arm, and as you can see now, he can really move his wrist a lot more. So I thought that was really cool. He's really making that Black Series 6-inch clone trooper into something really cool. And he's working on a custom arc that is really going to be cool. I saw that he is working on this neat looking rangefinder for the helmet. But thanks for sharing the fix, Mr. Black. Really cool stuff. What do you think, Chad?
I think that's awesome. Do they come double jointed, those elbow joints, normally?
Yeah,
Because
see, they're double jointed, but the fact is there's just too much stuff there, so you can't really. I mean, they bind up. You can't get them in a realistic, where they're kind of holding the blaster up. So I
right.
don't know if you can. He's marked here on red, kind of where he's marked himself a little place to. I guess he's just kind of dremeling that off, and
Right, I can see that. Yeah,
yep.
I
And
haven't seen these figures yet. I mean, I don't know if I'm ever going to see them. So I didn't even know that they had double jointed elbows. And then I guess Hasbro's fouling up the double jointed elbows, which is kind of funny, but
yeah,
not
yeah.
funny.
Oh, I know. Seems like we're broken records, but yeah. He's fixes for it. At least we're giving you some fixes, folks. We're not only griping about them, we're showing you solutions. Well, at least Remco is. Nice stuff. All right. So, I mean, that was just some of the customizing stuff. Of course, a lot more than that has been out there, but just some of the stuff I've seen. Chad, I don't know if there's anything that you saw out there you thought was really cool that uh, we wanted to screenshot, but I don't know.
Oh, everything that I see is on Facebook, and I don't know if you can screenshot a lot of that stuff.
I can screenshot anything.
Oh, all right. Well, let me see here. I know that. I know. Well, this is not a custom figure, but somebody, Shawn. I know you know. I don't know if you know, but this weekend Dragon Con is going on,
Mm-hmm.
and made a somebody made a 1-to-1 scale Thunder Machine from the Dreadnoks. You know what I'm
Cool.
talking about? The
Yeah. The
it's kind of like the
car?
mat. Yes, exactly. And I'm looking at here. Let me. How can I send this to you?
Just open the chat up in that screen and put that link in there, and I'll click on it, and then.
Okay. All right. Let me go to Google Plus because I'm on my phone, of course.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, I'll pull it up. Uh,
Made the entire car.
yeah, and like it really. It was in the Dragon Con parade today.
Cool.
Okay, there we go. There's the chat. Okay, I don't know if you're going to see that, Shawn, but there it is. I just sent it to you.
All right. Of course, you're not. Are you using the chat that's in the Google Hangout box we're at now, or did you just do it on just generally Google Plus?
I'm on Google Plus, and I see the Hangout, and I clicked on it. Oh, here we go. I don't know if I just messed things up big time. I might, yeah. Get out of here. Stupid thing. Yeah, I messed up.
I'm seeing two of you now. Oh well. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let's see here. Bear with us, folks. I'll get Chad back. See if I can find this car that he's talking about. Very cool. Let me see if I can find the car. My buddy Chad back. Chad, you there? Well, I guess we shouldn't have did that, folks. We have to do a better job getting our link set before we... There, it sounds like he's back.
I'm back, and I
All right. We won't try... Oh, I see it there now. Okay.
Yeah, I managed to put it in there. I had to switch to...
Oh, that is awesome.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, hold on, folks. Let me share this. Let me screen share
it's like it's like an exact... If you had the toy and you made it real, like if you had a...
Oh, that is cool.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
That's the coolest thing that I've seen all day long for a long time. And I mean, it's like if you had the, like I said, if you had the toy and you made it real. Although, of course, I'm sure that the guns there aren't real and the ammo there, but man, that thing is awesome. I wish that I could see the back of it and the other side. But
yeah, that's neat.
That's the Thunder Machine. That's it.
It just
so that's pretty dang cool.
Talk about some human creativity now.
Absolutely.
It's when you think, people get upset about the human race. I mean, look how imaginative and creative they are. Just bring something that, was from comic book life and 80s TV, and there it is.
Yep, I mean, that was that Thunder Machine was from a classic issue or series of issues from the G.I. Joe American Hero comic book line. That's
what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was it was when Sergeant Slaughter was introduced to the comic book line, and the Havoc also, and the Thunder Machine and the Havoc kind of did like a duel in the comic books. So I mean, and apparently this thing runs. I mean, they were driving it down the parade at DragonCon today, and that's how I saw it. I was on Facebook today, and there was a couple of Joe groups that linked this. It wasn't this photo; it was a separate photo.
Cool deal.
That they linked, and then we were all trying to find more pictures of it, and I went online and I Googled DragonCon 2014 Thunder Machine, and I couldn't find. I found lots of pictures of the Ghostbusters car and the DeLorean, and
now see that I saw those at Steel City Con. Kit was the
robot.
Was Kit there too? It's like they're traveling together.
Yeah, but this one I couldn't find any pictures of it until this lady. Well, it's a lady who's dressed up as Zorana. She was the first one to show pictures of it, and then this is somebody else here. I don't know who this is that put this up, but I mean, even the stickers, like the where it says caution right there on the hood, and then there's a little sticker right underneath the Pontiac emblem on the front of the T-Bird front. That's good, and then the stickers, you can see on the side, and the Cobra logo. I mean, it's like the real toy. It's amazing how well they did. So
pretty cool.
And I saw Zella boards.
Yeah, that too. So anyhow, there you go, Shawn.
All right. Well, I gave you a question, and you came through, bud. All right.
I tried.
Yeah, so I'm loading up just some of the latest news and just stuff I thought we'd find pretty cool, and we'll just kind of do a quick around the web here. But there's just, some neat things I saw this week. You'll like them too. I'm going to ask your opinion on something too, and you got to
You
be
can have
honest.
Yay.
Okay, but take it out there. Go.
Vinster. He
Yep.
knows when to bug you.
Yep, he does. All the time. That's when to bug me, I guess. All right, so it looks like you've got
Oh, I'm getting this stuff. I'm almost getting it pulled up here.
some case assortments and some dork side.
Yeah, I want to start with that new case assortment from Star Wars Figuring. I've got one more link to get up, and then I'll find a better way to get all of these links settled. But anyway. All right. Back to the old proverbial screen share, and thanks for being patient with us, folks. Really appreciate you. Folks have been pretty stellar about us getting into this Google Hangout thing and getting started. But yeah, I'm going to start with the Star Wars figuring stuff, and we'll just start looking at the case assortments. Now, some of this we already know. All right, Chad, can you see that screen now?
Yep.
I'm going to try to make it a little bigger so we can kind of see the words a little better for those of you watching on screen. But this is from StarWarsFiguring.com. Congratulations, Chad. This is their 20th year on the web, and I don't want to say for certain, but I'm thinking they might be the oldest Star Wars fan site on the internet. So, congratulations to them. And they're full of good news and nuggets from time to time. But they came out with the case assortments for, the latest stuff. It looks like Wave 1, this here we already know, the Luke Jedi Training, Yoda Jedi Training, Snowtrooper Commander, Torn Far, Bastilla Shawn, Dacralder, we know about that one. Chad, have you seen any of those figures on the pegs yet? Guess
Well,
I'm
I
going to
kind of
take
already
that.
told you before, but
Yeah.
I haven't seen any new Star Wars. I mean, it's kind of, it's pretty bad, Shawn. It's like nothing, so.
Okay. Well, then the next wave is going to have, as far as the stuff that we haven't seen yet, looks like that R4 is coming, and there is, I want to say that Episode 3 Darth Vader, and then Sergeant Do'Allen, and Reese, and then that Wedge Snowspeeder pilot, who I hope doesn't peg warm as much as the last Rebel not Snowspeeder, but Rebel pilot Wedge peg warmed. And then I want to say Wave 3 is when we see the new, the TIE Pilot Cardback for the Black Series. And that's when we see R5G19, the Hoth Luke Wampa Attack, which still I'm like, where is the 3 3/4 inch Wampa? But anyway, and then that's when the Vintage Collection Darth Malgus Star Killer make their reappearance. And it looks like they're calling Yoda Dagobah, and I'm wondering if it's still that lousy current wave Yoda that they have that has 5 points of articulation, and I'm thinking they're just repackaging that one. And then there's Wave 4 that has the, Luke again, Vader's Yoda's test. That's one with a little piece of his face pops off that from first appearance from even the Hasbro Glamour shots didn't look very good. And then it looks like we're getting the Yavin Ceremony Leia, and then that's when those realistic clones come out that folks are saying think they have too small of helmets. I don't know if I see that or not, but I'm just Captain Rex, and that's when Commander Wolf, that Desert Wolf, now that looks right, and then Commander Doom, and it looks like Dutch Vanders, still calling it Dutch Vanders, but it's Vander. Then the Yavin Ceremony Chewbacca, which I guess he's going to come with a medal this time. Imperial Navy Commander, and then Stormtrooper. Assuming that's probably the same one that's already out in the Black Series line. So You know, kind of like Hasbro, a lot of repacks, but you know, there's some new cool stuff coming. And of course, they also shared the 6-inch figures that are coming. Of course, most of those we knew. Seeing if there's anything new there that we want to talk about. Chad, just stop me if you see something, bud, that you want to comment on. Black Series 6-inch Deluxe.
I gotta look at my phone. Like,
Is it showing it really small for you?
well, it's the
Yeah.
size of my phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of I don't know, Shawn. I'm kind of like apathetic about Star Wars right now because unless I order it online, I'm not gonna find it.
Yeah, see, I've just given up hope on brick and mortar. Although,
Right.
when we get to what's on the pegs, I do have some good news to share, so that's cool.
Right. And honestly, I have to admit, I mean, Star Wars is not it's not what I'm gonna save money for to buy online. You know, it's gonna be GI Joe if I spend any money.
Come back to me,
online.
Chad. Come back to me.
Right. I mean,
My Star Wars
if
collecting buddy.
I hate to say if it was the good old days
I know.
of but the good old days wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of ridiculous.
But anyway, there's the current ways for those of you who are interested in Chad
Yeah,
jumped off the Hasbro bandwagon as far as Star Wars. I'm still clinging to the edges with my fingertips.
well, if Hasbro would put them in my store, I would probably buy
right?
some of them. But I mean, I was like I said earlier, I was talking to Jetpack Blues today, and he found the Snow Trooper and the Tower and Far and the
At brick and mortar, that's cool.
yeah at his Toys R Us, and he bought those and I'd love to buy the Snow Trooper and the Tower and Far and
Mm-hmm.
a few others from that wave. I would even get the Luke, but they're not there. Along with the Boba Fett. I mean, the 6-inch Boba Fett. If I like
Uh-huh.
I've been saying all along, I don't want to collect that line, but if I see that Boba Fett, I would have bought it, and I still haven't seen it. It's been what now, over a year, Shawn?
Yeah, going on that.
Yeah.
Man. Well, I think there might be some hope for us, so stay tuned for my What's on the Peg story, Chad.
Okay, I will.
Yep, just stay tuned. And the next thing I wanted to share was our friends at Dorkside Toys released some pretty cool news on the 6-inch Black Series front this past week. 4 new figures coming. Of course, 2 of them, the 6-inch Commander Cody, we kind of knew about from our Q&A session with Hasbro back in SDCC that we gleaned that out of them. And they talked about that the other Empire Strikes Back bounty hunters would be coming except for one of them, and IG-88 was one that they think is showing up, and looks like we're going to get a 6-inch Bausch Leia and what's looking to hopefully be an Alec Guinness version of Obi-Wan Kenobi, maybe episode 4. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Hmm.
What do you think? Maybe pick up a 6-inch Clone Commander Cody there, Chad?
I might. I mean, I'm definitely. I mean, like I said, I was talking to Jetpack Blues, and he was saying that the basic clone trooper in the 6-inch line has been showing up all over the place, and I'm like, what? What are you talking about? I haven't seen it anywhere down here. I would love to get the 6-inch clone trooper, and make some customs out of it, and I haven't seen it. And then if they do a Cody, I'll definitely get that. I mean, any of the clones, I am totally open to getting those, just for having them and also for customs. But I haven't. I mean, still, I went to Toys R Us today, Shawn, and here's what they had for the 6-inch. They had Luke Skywalker in pilot disguise, and that was it. That was all, and they had like 10 of them.
Huh.
And there might have been one Han Solo, but honestly, like I didn't bother to, and they had and they also had the the Han Solo with the Greedo pack where it's got the little table, you know, where they
Yeah,
shoot it out.
a little
They,
cardboard
they
table.
right, they had like 4 of those, and that's all they had. And all they had for the 4-inch figures was like 10 Biggs Darklighter,
Oh no.
and I think like 1 Anakin, and that's what they had like a month ago when I went there. So like, you know, I go to it's the same aisle in my Toys R Us where the GI Joes are. You know, it's like 8 feet down is where the Star Wars is, and I can just kind of look and see, oh, it hasn't changed. It's exactly the same, and it's really sad. I mean, it's terrible. I mean, I'd love to buy the 6-inch Clone Trooper, and if eventually if they come up with a Cody, and you know, I'd love them to come up with a Cody and a Rex and
Wolf.
Wolf. Oh man, if they came up with
Fox,
a Wolf,
Thorn.
yeah,
Yeah.
all of those. I don't care what size they are. If they make those figures, I will buy them. But you know, they've got to have them in the store because, you know, I mean, I guess even those figures, I guess, you know, I'll try to get them online if they really come out with them. Basic Clone Trooper, I don't know if I'm not gonna really try to get that, but
All right. Okay. Well, anyway, thought that was cool from our sponsor, Dorkside Toys, as far as really cool, releasing that information. And this I found, speaking of Toys R Us, have you seen this series that they're doing on Star Wars Rebels, Chad? They've got kind of a separate web page now where they've been doing some series on Star Wars Rebels stuff. And can you see that little vehicle that's there now?
yeah, I see an AT-AT. How sweet is
So,
that?
oh, that would be so cool if that showed up. And of course, my one worry was if Star Wars re-releases the AT-AT, are they going to give us a Heroes version that's going to stink like the current X-Wing? And I guess they're getting ready to do a Walmart Falcon, and it's like, oh, please don't do that to my BMF AT-AT. Don't do that. Just put a Rebels box on it and put that bad boy out. But as you can see, they've already done a couple reveals. They've done Ghost, and I gotta think, man, surely they're gonna make a Ghost. Of course, Chopper, but it looks like they've got a B-Wing video coming next week. TIE Fighters, Star Destroyer, ATDP, of course we know they're releasing that. Phantom, we know they're releasing that. Inquisitor's Lightsaber, we know they're releasing that. Snowspeeder, now I don't know about any, that's, you know, that might be cool, new Snowspeeder coming. Of course, Agent Callus and then Kanan's lightsaber, we know that stuff will be coming. So, I'm just taking all of this just on my, nothing corroborated from any official source, but it's kind of like, are they revealing some Rebels products here with these little video snippets each week? So, I don't know. I guess I'm kind of being hopeful. You think I'm being too hopeful, Chad?
No, be hopeful.
Yeah. I'm still the glass is half full when it comes to this stuff, so
Yep.
maybe.
Well, I'm still hoping that they'll release the rest of the concept case from JoeCon on the 50th anniversary. Is it going to happen? Probably not, but I hope so.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah. And the next thing, and I've got to thank our buddy Dayton, Sithfire 30 for this one. Fawoosh has done a review of the new Hasbro series Darth Vader, and well, what can I say? They're calling this one the Droopy Vader.
Yeah.
The helmet.
Terrible.
Yeah, the helmet's just.
And that's another one, Shawn, that honestly, like, I was thinking that I might have to get would be the 6-inch Darth Vader, just because it would be something really sweet to have, you know, as a one-off to put up on a shelf or something. And not that I have space for it or anything, but now seeing what that thing looks like, no way, man. I mean, that's, you know, if you're gonna buy something that's 6-inch, you know, you want it to be like really, really sweet looking. But
Yeah, it's like all the 3 3/4 inch Vaders they've made with the wonderful helmet sculpts, and then they give us this in the 6-inch line, and I'm just wondering, well, it's because they wanted to make it the helmet removable,
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's such an epic fail. I mean, it's like without the
Yeah,
helmet,
but
look at
that's
the
not an
guy.
excuse, Shawn. I mean,
I
you know,
know, I
it's
know.
they've made a 3 3/4 removable helmet Vader that it's looked way better than that. So they just needed to scrap what they had there and try it again.
Yeah, it's like they did that with, with the 6-inch Chewbacca. It's like, well, no, because he was supposed to come out earlier, and supposedly they moved him further down the line because he wouldn't fit in the box right. But yet they've got a helmet sculpt on probably the most iconic character of Star Wars. And I'll be particularly honest, I'm quite surprised they didn't either lead the whole entire 6-inch line with this character, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And
Well, I think that helmet says why they
yeah, I
couldn't
mean,
figure it out.
which is just surprises the heck out of me. It's like I can't understand why they would. I mean, it just does not look good. What can you say? And it
Mm.
looks to me, just from reading through this, I didn't, really get into it, but it looks to me like his left arm, his left hand also has some issues too. So between that
Yeah.
helmet and that left hand, and
I
or
have a
some,
feeling that this will be a figure that they revise and they
yeah,
re-release, and it'll probably be way better when they do, but that's probably like a year away because they'll probably learn from their mistakes, but I don't know if it'll be too little too late.
yeah.
Uh, I don't know.
People get burnt out of by then. But I kind of wish they would have. I mean, the the face, seeing the face is nice, but I think we would have all much rather have had a good helmet, good sculpt, and not had it be removable. Don't you think?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, opposed to this removable thing that looks like crap. I mean, if it was something that was just a solid sculpt, I mean, we've had Vaders like that. The figure that came out in the vintage collection that was a solid sculpt. That's my favorite Vader still so
Yeah.
far. If they had basically, I mean, to me, a lot of these Black Series figures that they've been coming out with, like the Boba Fett and the Luke Skywalker and the Han Solo, have just been scaled up versions of the best versions of the 3 3/4 characters. They
Mm-hmm.
have done that with this Vader. It would have been a
Yeah.
winner, but obviously it looks like they started with scratch, at least for the helmet and the head, and it just didn't really come out right. So it's, they need to try again, because if
Two
they get,
thumbs down from both of us, huh?
yeah, definitely. If they try again and they get it right, I mean, it'll be a winner. I mean, it's not like they don't come out with a Vader every single year, if not multiple versions. So we'll see.
Another thing I saw on Fawoosh I thought was really cool, 'cause I was messing around there reading that Vader review, is they have created a 6-inch Jabba's Dais tutorial, you know,
Uh-huh.
and just really neat stuff. I mean, just wonderful pictures, how to glue the puppy together, how much time to wait, I mean, exactly what to do. I mean, just really, I mean, as far as what little baubles to use, even to make some of the ornaments on the dais, and rate a really cool product that, let's face it, another epic fail on Hasbro's part was not making a dais to come with the 6-inch Jabba the Hutt, other than the
Hmm.
cardboard display case that, let's face it, is not good enough.
Yeah.
But it's a really cool job, Falouche, making this thing, and we'll definitely link it in our show notes, folks. So if you want to see how to make your own, really cool idea. So I thought that was awesome.
It looks awesome.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it's pretty cool. Oh, let's see. Then I had, yay! Star Wars Episode 7 resumes production after Harrison Ford injury. Yay! JJ can be back on the lens flares, bud.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool. Glad to hear that. Harrison
Yeah.
Ford really popped back quick after that, didn't he?
He did. I think it. I'm hoping that it speaks to the fact that he wants to actually be involved. Which is
Yeah.
smarter on his part, you know.
Yeah, smarter than what it seems like he's stance on it before.
Yeah.
So that was cool. Episode 7's back in action. Did you see this image? Did you see this image on Facebook? The
No.
droid Avengers. I'll try to blow it up because I know you're looking at it on a little itty bitty phone.
Yeah.
Pretty
No,
cool.
I get. It's
Star
funny.
Wars
Yeah.
droids, and isn't that really neat?
Yeah.
Really cool. There's the
The
artist
Thor
name,
one's funny.
Darren Brege, and I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Please forgive me. But then there's a place there. We'll put that link in the show notes too. But Hawkeye I thought was really cool. That little droid that had all the arms on him. Of course,
Yep.
C3PO is Iron Man, and R2KD is Black Widow, and
Mm-hmm.
R5 is Thor, and I guess that's R2 is Captain America. Of course, the name of the Star Wars droid, this big one that's escaping me, that's the Hulk, but yeah, pretty cool little graphic there. I thought it was cool. Creative folks out there in internet land. Now, here's where I want your opinion. You like this? This is a new Episode 7 Stormtrooper helmet. We haven't talked about this yet.
Yeah, I like it. I actually think it's extremely cool looking.
All right.
Extremely cool looking, in fact. And I know that I've seen, and I'm sure you've seen too, there's some images online of the entire armor,
Mm-hmm.
but I know that they're probably not. I know they're probably fan renderings,
Right.
which they look cool. So hopefully,
Mm-hmm.
but what I like about it is the fact that they are really sticking close to the original look.
You think they are?
I think they are. Yeah. I mean, look at the goggles and the.
It's just like his eyes are just they're no longer there. I mean, it's just like it's kind of Star Wars meets Tron to me, I guess is what I'm seeing.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
It might be cool though. I mean,
think about it this way. I mean, how can you create a new design from a classic look that
yeah.
looks even more futuristic without making some major changes? I mean, there's got to be some changes involved there.
I know. There's got to be some modernization. It's been, a few years since.
So I mean, they wouldn't have still at that time, which is like what, 30 years in the future or 20 years in the future, they wouldn't
Something
still
like that.
have,
Yeah.
right. I mean, even look at the prequels with the clone troopers and
Right.
how they changed just from episode to episode.
Chad, I'm an old fart. I want my old stormtroopers back, but I guess I'll just have to deal with it, huh?
Well, you'll see. I mean, when the movie comes out, you'll see. And a lot of it is how it's framed, and how the story is told. And those little things won't seem so important, probably.
Daisy,
Hopefully.
if you knock my webcam off, I will go through 8 of your 9 lives. I'm getting some technical assistance from my crew that I don't necessarily need right now.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Anyway, okay. All right, Chad. I'll reserve judgment. And then we had to talk about this. We had to talk about that.
Yep. Well, all I can say about that is that it's freaking awesome, man.
Cool deal. I was
Yeah,
pretty stoked to see you get that.
yeah, I was too. I was really, I mean, the day that it came in the mail, I was really happy. And me and Lucas was really happy too, and it's not even his thing. And we
Mm.
opened that sucker up and kind of pulled it all apart, and I was really lucky to get that thing the way that I did and for how cheap that I did because all the pieces individually for that would have probably been, much more expensive if I hadn't just gotten
Oh
them
yeah.
all together. I mean, just like the helmet, that helmet is a custom cast PVC replica,
Mm-hmm.
and it's there's a place where you can order them on eBay, and it's like $75. I think it's $75, and then there's probably a shipping cost. And I got that. I got the harness that you see. I got the jacket. It's like a more like a jacket. It's one of those that you button it and it's got a bib like the bib type of jacket, and also the pants, which are just really military BDUs. Also, the mask came with it, and they're the AK. That's Lucas's AK. Um, So yeah, I mean, I paid 250 for that shipped. So and it came with a toy gun and a toy sidearm
Just
for a
all
couple.
kinds of goodies.
Yeah, I mean, really, I mean that whole belt, that whole harness, and the jacket, the helmet, the mask, the pants, the boot. They actually came with the boots too, which unfortunately I can't wear the boots because they're a size too big for me. I tried them and they're too clunky. But well, the good thing is I got boots to wear. But yeah, that thing's awesome, man, and I got plans for it. I
All
want
right.
to I want to take that costume and be able to make it into a shock trooper, a GI Cobra shock trooper, not GI Joe.
Cool.
So I'm planning on getting some things to trick it out even more. I mean, as it is right now, it's just a standard Cobra trooper, which is really really cool, really awesome. But I want to make it a little bit better, and maybe one of these days I'll even get a real SVD, not a real, but an SVD to have as my primary weapon, um, which is the Dragonov. If you don't know what I'm talking about,
Mm-hmm.
that's what the Cobra Troopers originally the original Cobra Troopers that came out in the early '80s. They all came out with Dragonov rifles, and there's a few airsoft companies that make really really good Dragonov replicas, and the best one is it's a company called Real Sword, and theirs is like $600. So I don't know if I'll get that one, but I mean you
Cool
can,
stuff, though.
yeah, exactly. So
Now, what you're
that's
gonna be for Halloween this year, huh?
yeah. Well, I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wear that,
You gotta
but
make a zombie version. You gotta have a
yeah,
zombie.
yeah. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh,
I got
really?
my
Cool.
yeah, I got my zombie mask from my my regular
Your
airsoft loadout.
airsoft, yeah.
I'm gonna put that on, and then I'm gonna, I'm not gonna rip
You
up.
are gonna scare like all the neighborhood kids, aren't you?
I don't know. Kids are really hard to scare these days, Shawn.
Well,
They're
that's a
not
good
really.
point too.
They're so detached from
Yeah.
everything. It's they see everything on their computer screen or their television screen or their iPad or whatever, and it's like nothing really gets to these kids now. I'd love to be able to scare them. I mean, that would be. I mean, it's not like they know who I am or anything. I could really like scare the crap out of them, but I don't think kids get really scared anymore.
Hmm. Love the costume though.
Yeah, me too. I can't wait to take it out to events. I know we have MegaCon in Orlando. That's kind of the big one. And I want to go there this year in my Cobra Trooper uniform and just kind of see what, just have some fun,
I hear you.
Yeah.
Of course, I got back on YouTube. Did you see me do this?
Yeah, the bucket challenge, awesome.
Yeah, get the bucket challenge. I keep waiting to see your video. Are you gonna do that?
I don't know.
I'm sure Vinny would dump ice water all over you.
I'm sure he would, yeah.
My wife dumped water on me. That made me wait like forever. I'm sitting there waiting. Okay, they gonna dump this stuff?
Yeah.
But yeah.
There it is. There
Yep.
you go.
Yep. But all for a good cause. ALSA.org. Cool stuff. So yeah, just a little around the web stuff I thought was pretty cool.
Excuse me.
All right.
All right, so let's see where we are here. I think we got through a lot of things there.
Yeah, we went through a great big chunk of stuff, and I think about the only thing we have left is like maybe we do a little bit of what's on the pegs, and then we can just run through some of the latest stuff I found as far as for people that are looking for stuff online or some good deals that I saw. But yeah, we went through. We're down
all
to
of
the.
it. Yeah, pretty much
Yep.
all of it. Yeah. Well, I am not at the Disney store right now. My wife and my two daughters are at Disney right now. They're probably watching the Frozen themed fireworks. They're actually at Hollywood Studios right now. And I did not go because I do not like Disney. I am the opposite of liking Disney. And my little son, who likes Disney, did not go. And my wife actually got up early this morning and tried to get him to go, but the thing is, it's the last 2 weeks we've been so busy with school and everything that I think he just wanted a day to stay at home. So he did not go to Disney.
Right. Well, folks, I do not know what happened there, but I got the old proverbial blue screen. See if I can get Chad back real quick. I'm hoping that's not something that becomes commonplace with this. I've never seen that before. But thank you for being patient with us. I can see there's still folks with us live. You're a lot more patient than I am. Thank you. When news has recovered from an unexpected shutdown, you don't say. Looks like Chad's coming back.
Wow, 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 wow.
I got the old blue screen, Chad.
All right.
No, not all right. It looks like everything's still here. There's still people watching us, if you can believe it. Thank you for staying around, folks.
It's not our fault,
Don't ask.
Shawn.
Yeah.
We did not
Craziness.
pay any money. We did
Anyway.
not pay any money. If we paid money, it'd probably work better, but maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah. Anyway,
where were we?
Yeah, I don't know either. It's hopefully Google Hangouts doesn't do that again. But
yeah, it took a while to get that back.
well, you were talking about your wife's at the Disney store.
No, not at the Disney store. She's at Disney. My wife and my daughters they're actually at Hollywood Studios, and I am
Disney?
not.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it's Hollywood Studios, which is Disney, so I am not there, and I am super glad that I am not there. So, but I can't buy anything at the Disney store because I'm not there, but I don't want to go to the Disney store, so there you go.
Super glad.
Super glad. That's a good way of putting it. Yeah. You know, I actually stayed home today, Shawn. My wife left early this morning.
Well,
And
they're having a 25% off Labor Day sale there, bud.
Yeah, well, they don't have anything that I want. And so I stayed home and I actually did yard work. I weed whacked and edged, and it's Florida, so it's really freaking hot outside. And I mean, you know, didn't go to Disney, so that's better than going to Disney, staying home and doing all that. I don't know. My son stayed home with me, so both of them. So
they're having a sale, folks.
yep. If you like
If you
Disney.
use the code extra25, you can get 25% off, Chad.
All right.
All right, let's get to something you might buy. Here we go. Dork Toys Warehouse sale.
Yep.
Cool deals. Matter of fact,
Yep.
look at that. The current 6, the new Black Series wave that's out. Look at the price on them.
Yep.
$50 for all 6.
There you go.
Pretty cool.
Yep. Sounds good to me.
Selling that new Yoda for $7. Kinds of cool stuff. So I thought that was a neat sale. What else did I find? Oh yeah, Entertainment Earth. They're doing a neat sale. You gotta get on this online e-tailer side. There's all kinds of places to lose your money.
Yeah. Yeah, they got some cool stuff, Entertainment Earth, honestly. There's some neat stuff here. Like I'm seeing the Baron Fell and Yassine Izzard. I mean, I haven't seen that out for years. So that's cool. And then the Clone Wars pack with the Diver Ahsoka and well, what's your Mahoozer? What's his name? Are you there, Shawn? Hello, hello.
I'm
hello?
there. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, your
You got
picture
me?
went away, so I got a little. Yeah, I got you. You got me? So anyhow, Cad Bane.
Yeah, it's a little glitchy.
Yeah, it's really laggy right now. I don't know if you want to.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to try restarting it there. Might help. Oh, there you go. Now you got it. The Cad Bane Escape
All right,
is $970.
You got me?
And, yeah, I got you. And the Geonosis set is $750. Wow. Man.
Some awesome prices. Look at that Republic Attack shuttle.
There's
$29.
that. Oh yeah, holy moly. Man, that thing is that's a great price for that thing. I don't know if I want to
There's
buy
four of the Clone Wars figures for $11.10.
Yeah.
Star Wars
Some things
droid
on here that I have not seen some of these things that are on here for an extremely long time.
Man, here's a cool one for custom fodder. Star Wars, Clone Wars, Cad Bane, and Pirate Speeder Bike. $10.
I know, that's one of the things that I was looking at, and I was like, man, they still even have those? I mean, holy moly.
A lot of stuff in here. All kinds of stuff. I mean, you just have to go through it at your leisure. But, yeah, pretty cool stuff. I'll put a link up in the show notes, too.
Yeah.
All right, another thing I saw as I was just looking around today I thought folks might like was the Saga Legends Stormtrooper. That was the, the awful 5POA stuff, but it has the, oh man, it disappeared.
Yeah,
It's sold out. It's sold out.
Up and it's gone.
Okay, going. Never
well,
mind.
Skip to the next thing.
Let it go. It is going. Gentle Giant's having a pretty cool sale. Their stuff better be up there because they just sent me the message this morning. Or wait a minute, why is that Disney again?
Well, I'm on Hasbro Toy Shop, and they've got everything on here. It looks like, what do we got here? We got those command figures are on
Oh
here,
yeah,
and
there
then
we go.
the Black Series, the entire wave is $9.99 a piece, including Bastilla Shawn, so that's really good.
Still in
And then
stock.
they've got the what do you call them? The Mission Series, which they
Yeah.
even got the Emperor and Yoda, which I didn't even know they were doing that, which is kind of cool. I mean, I'd like to see that Emperor.
He just looks to me like he's awful, but yeah.
Yeah, looks like it from the little thumbnail, but I'll take a
Yeah.
look. But
Yeah,
probably
so
won't buy it.
it's nice to see them offering some stuff. You keep thinking all this stuff is being offered online all over the place. You know, I don't know how you can't see it at brick and mortar. But
I don't know, Shawn. It's just I don't know if we should even ask that question anymore.
oh no.
All
Yep.
right, let's see. Disney Store.
Nah, we already talked about that one. That must be a broken link or something.
Well, it was below the or the Hasbro Toy Shop one that you had there. Doc Outland's got some cool stuff.
Yeah, Journey
Let's see what
fans
he's
got some cool stuff up here too. Our buddy Journey
Yeah.
fan, he's offered, of course, same stuff. He's offered the conference table from the Death Star briefing. Conference table chairs. Pretty cool.
Yep.
I've already got some of those computer chairs and the computer stations. Really awesome stuff. It's a torture stations, but yeah. And then we've got Doc Outlands with just a bunch of stuff up in his eCrater store.
Yep.
I thought was really cool. Did you see his new? It was like an iconic box on steroids that was like turned on to like an. Let me see if I can find it here. Like a blaster rifle crate. Here it is. Did you see that one? Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I was just looking at that one. Yeah. I think he's been working on that for a while, honestly. And it looks like they snapped together somehow.
Yeah.
Somehow, I don't know. But that's pretty cool. It's like
Yeah.
you know what that's like, Shawn? That's like the case that comes with the Danger at the Dock set from G.I. Joe. It's like almost the same size, and you can put. It doesn't have the. You know how that one has like the little racks inside of it, so you can put the gun and it sits in there. It doesn't have that. It's just an open box, and you put whatever. I mean, you can put a ton of guns in there. And then what's really cool is that the ammo case, not the ammo case, the gun case or whatever you want to call that thing, has the pegs on top of the lid, so you can stack them and they snap together.
Oh, that's cool.
Together. Yeah, which I just found that out because I have two of them now, and I took them and was like, what are these pegs for? I put them together and they snap together, so that's pretty cool. But that's what that reminds me of. It's like the Star Wars version of it.
Doc Outlands, he was even showing some wall panel stuff here, prototyping stage. That was pretty cool too. I saw. Alright, let me see if I can find my Gentle Giant cell that I put on the... Maybe I'll just use the web page because I had it up there.
No.
Alright, where are we at? There we are, live, right? Yep, good. Hope everybody's pushed the play button still. Yeah, here's their Labor Day sale. Get a free Marvel t-shirt. MODOK me. MODOK's like AIM, right? Isn't MODOK AIM?
I don't know, honestly.
Little robot dude. But they've got some nice discounted Star Wars items. They're doing like a Clone Trooper and Boba Fett bundle. They're doing the Droid 3-pack AFX exclusive. Some Marvel stuff, Hobbit stuff. Of course, there's the Luke Snowspeeder Pilot Deluxe minibus that I bought at regular price that they're now offering a great discount on. Sometimes I feel like I just ought to wait on all this stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't begrudge anybody getting a good deal on that stuff. And yeah, that MODOK Me t-shirt, he's like the little big brain that, you know, Modoc Me, free large Modoc Me t-shirt with any purchase of Marvel items. So I thought that was maybe worth mentioning. So pretty cool stuff. There's some stuff out there to get if you don't mind online stuff. Know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Of course,
I
I
mean,
did get a
online,
purchase
honestly,
from.
Shawn, online is like the best. I mean, finding something at a store nowadays is like winning the lottery. I mean, it's kind of sad. I mean, it's not kind of sad, it's extremely sad that, we all used to go out and it's not even that long ago. We all used to go out and look at Walmart and Target and Toys R Us and be able to find all of the things that we were looking for there. And now it's like we have got to go online to get it. Anyhow, you still there?
Oh, I hear you.
Hmm.
Well, yeah, I think I'm gonna. The sound is getting really glitchy again. I'm gonna power us
Yeah.
back up again real quick, just so we can finish this off, and then maybe I'll try to edit it all together. We'll be right back, folks. Get this back on air again. Thank you for being patient with us. It's definitely been an interesting evening for Google Hangouts. I'm hoping this is not a trend that's going to continue, folks. Chad will come back to me. We were doing the kind of what's on the peg segment, and while I get Chad back in here, there he is. Hey, back again.
Yep.
All right, your audio sounds
All right.
better
Well,
that time. You want to see what I found this week?
Go for it, man. Definitely.
I ordered this from Disney Store before I found out about their 25% off sale. Like I said, I'm feeling like a doofus this week. But you see old Boba there?
Yeah.
But one thing I thought was rather weird about him. See if I can get at some of his. See if you can hear this. He's no good to me dead. As you wish. You hearing those voices?
Yeah.
It's like it's not the Boba Fett I remember. You know what I mean? It's like they got I guess Jango Fett to say the classic movie lines, and they the other ones have been really like true to the movies, so I don't know what happened there.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I haven't been able to see that particular figure, but it looks
I bet
cool.
I bet your wife could find it for you. She's right where she needs to be. Pretty cool. Those 13, I guess they call them 13.5-inch figures. But I have the Stormtrooper, the Boba Fett, and Darth Vader now, and I'm really pleased with them. They're pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I saw the Stormtrooper and the Vader and the Han Solo, and I mean, it looked really, really good.
They've got a Chewbacca out now, too. That's pretty cool. And the other big thing this week, of course, I've got it boxed up still, is the Imperial Probe Droid from Sideshow showed up. And it is sweet. And very cool. I mean, Sideshow's expensive, but man, oh man, is their stuff awesome. I don't know. If I had to give up all the high-end items, I'd be hard-pressed to give up Sideshow. But it's been an expensive week too. I mean, that stuff's not cheap. I think $250, I think, is the going rate for that particular collectible.
I have no idea.
Yeah, you take my word for that. I still haven't bid on their Hoth Tauntaun and of course the Hoth Luke, Hoth Han, and the Tauntaun. I mean, all of them are like 200, and the Tauntaun's 250. So expensive stuff. Boy, the quality is just awesome. Nice bobblehead there.
Yeah. That's Vinny's. I'm just messing with it. You're talking about the Black Series figures, right, Shawn? The Tauntaun and the Luke
No,
and the...
I was talking about the Sideshow. Their
Okay,
6-inch
all right.
offering, what they call their 6-scale collection.
I was about to say, because I didn't know that those were even available yet,
Nah,
even online.
nah. Well,
'Cause
yeah.
I'm kind of interested in those too. I mean, the 6-inch Luke and the Wampa. I'm kind of interested in that. I
Yeah,
don't know
now
if I'll
those are the Black Series. Yeah, the new deluxe set
yeah,
that Hasbro showcased. They look pretty
yeah.
cool.
I might have to. Like the Luke and the Wampa and maybe even the Han. I might have to grab those. I don't know. It just depends on
Listen to
like.
you talking about picking up the 6-inch stuff. That's awesome.
Well, the only problem is I don't know where the heck I'm gonna put them. That's the
I know.
problem.
Yeah.
I have like
Yeah.
nowhere in here. I mean,
Uh,
there's like I don't know if you can see like up there, but right up there is where I put my wolf, and I had to put it on
mhm.
top of I had to put it on top of another Joe vehicle, and I've got another wolf coming from Jetpack, and I don't know where I'm gonna put that one. So like if I get that's part of the reason why I don't plan on really buying any of the 6-inch figures is because like if I buy the 6-inch figures, it'll be for me to sell them
Mhm.
because I don't really know where unless like I just take a whole bunch of these figures and like bag them up. There's nowhere for them to go. So,
I hear
but
you.
I like them. I mean, they look really cool. I mean, like that Wampa looks really awesome, and so does the Tauntaun. And I have to see the Luke when he comes out. I mean, if he's like super articulated, because they still really haven't done Luke in the Hoth gear, which I really like. I really like the Luke in the Hoth gear,
Right.
and the Han Solo in the Hoth gear. I'm like I really like that Empire Strikes Back. All the Empire Strikes Back stuff, like their snow gear. I like snow gear stuff.
Right.
If it's desert or snow gear, whether it's G.I. Joe or Star Wars, I really like that. And I've always really liked Luke, particularly Luke in his Hoth gear. And so, if I see that figure and he looks really awesome with the Wampa, and I have the money, I might buy him. And I don't, and there's nothing I can do. I can't really sell that figure. It's not like I can customize them, but might be something that I might put somewhere. I don't know, but I don't have any room. I really don't have any room in here. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe if I take like one display down, I don't know. I'm looking around here. I'm trying to figure it out, but I don't know. It's like
Well,
it's like it's like the Walking Dead Daryl with that just came out recently with the motorcycle.
oh yeah.
That
Well, that
the
looked cool.
yeah that yeah, but I haven't found him at the store, And I
Mhm.
went, I looked, and no, they're like at my Toys R Us. There's no Walking Dead figures at all, and they've always had Walking Dead figures at my Toys R Us. They've always had them, and now there's no figures, no Walking Dead figures at all. So like, and if I had seen that Daryl with the motorcycle, I would have bought him because that's my favorite Walking Dead character, other than the riot zombies.
Yeah. They better not kill Daryl off.
Oh,
People
they
would go
can't.
nuts.
They can't kill him off. Not until the end of this. Not until the end of the show. And then even then at the end of the show, he's the one that's got to survive. You know.
Yeah.
But anyhow, that's a whole different thing. But anyhow, are you ready for me to do what's on the pegs?
Yeah, what's on the pegs,
Okay,
man? I'm done.
Okay. Hang on 1 second. Let me get one thing. Hold on.
All right.
Okay, all right. So here we go. Well, all right. So today I went to Toys R Us, and I've been wanting it. This is like one of the things that I've been wanting the most is the Ice Wolf set. And so here's the Ice Wolf itself, and then inside there, I don't know if you can see, but there's the Ice Viper. And I'm not going to take him out because this is not a review, but he's in there. He's pretty cool. I mean, you know, the Ice Viper figure's okay. I mean, he's kind of made, basically, he's kind of like a custom that I could, out of the Arctic Snake Eyes figure that came out in the 25th anniversary, like 6 years ago, except that he's white. The plastic's white and the web gear's different, but pretty cool. I'm happy. But the vehicle's pretty much exactly how I remember it. But here's the thing. Here's the weird thing about this vehicle. So you see the turret right there? You see
Right.
that? Okay. So when I took this out of the box today, and I was putting it together with my sons, and they were watching me, this thing would not snap on to that little. See that little bar right there?
Right.
It wouldn't snap on there, and I was pushing it, and I was like, pushing it. So I had to actually, let me take it off of there. I had to, now it doesn't want to come apart because I did a good job, but right in there, I had to Dremel that. Do you see that little bit of white?
Oh, yeah.
I had to Dremel it because the problem was that the space inside that groove right in there was not big enough for the little, there's a little clip in there that snaps, and I don't know if you can hear it, but you hear that snap?
Oh, yeah.
It wouldn't do that until I Dremeled it. And it's like, what's up with that? I don't know. And then the other thing was, okay, so you see the little wheel right there? You see that?
All right.
Okay, so one of these wheels, not that one that I just pointed to you, but the one on this side, and one on this side, I went to put that wheel on, and there's like a little peg right there. I went to put that on, and when I went, just following the directions, putting that on, pushing on there, one of the tabs completely bent back and snapped off.
Oh.
Almost all the way completely off. I was able to bend it back in the shape, and then stick the wheel on there. But the thing is, I can just pull it. Pull it right off. It doesn't see that. I shouldn't be able to do that. I have to take my fingers and squeeze right there, and then pull the wheel off. So it could fall off, but luckily the thing is, I'm not a kid. I'm not 5 years old, or 7 years old, or 8 years old. I'm 36 years old, and I'm not really going to play with this thing. So, and since I'm 36 years old, and since I do own a Dremel tool, I can actually Dremel this thing, and I can actually assemble it the way that it was supposed to be assembled.
So you have to have a Dremel tool to get it to work.
See, and that's the thing. I mean, you know, I understand that this mold is probably 20 plus years old. I mean, geez, this thing came out in the 90s. I want to say like 90 or 91. So what is that now, 20-some years? But there's a little thing called quality control. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know, I'm happy to have it. I really am. I really am happy to have this thing. I mean, this is like, okay, so you and I like Empire Strikes Back, right?
We like the snow stuff, yeah.
We like the snow stuff, and this, even if you're not a G.I. Joe fan, and if you're a Star Wars fan, this thing Could be a little rebel speeder,
Yeah.
scooting around
Right.
and the AT-ATs. And all
Mhm.
my G.I. Joe buddies have done that. They have pictures of this thing with the AT-AT, so forth and so on. So there's that. There's that aspect.
Pretty cool,
so
man.
It's really cool. The stickers are awesome. It comes with also, it comes with a Ghost Hawk. I'm not gonna. I can get it if you want to see it. I don't know if you want to see it or not, but
What's the price point on that vehicle?
it comes with this and the Ice Viper, and then it comes with the Ghost Hawk vehicle, a second vehicle, and then a Snake Eyes figure. And so there's 2 figures and 2 vehicles, and this is $40.
Jeez.
$40, which is an awesome deal.
Yeah.
And it comes with there's the other vehicle. I'll show you just the blueprint. That's the Ghost Hawk.
Mhm.
Okay, and there's the other side. $40, 2 vehicles, and this
And
is
2
like
action figures. Yeah.
and 2 action figures, and the stickers and the accessories. It's pretty cool. I mean, this is basically the
As
exact
long as you
same
have it,
thing.
Drum.
As long as well, if you want the turret to fit, yes. So, and then here's the other cool thing too, and this is the so you see this thing right here that I'm holding?
Mhm.
Okay, so this is the snow torpedo that came with the Ice Viper figure from the Rise of Cobra line way back in 2009. Okay, so like what? It's 2014, so that's what, 6 years ago?
Mhm.
Okay, so you see that thing? So you see these? See those? See those?
Oh yeah.
See all the thing? So that's a rocket launcher in there, and this will take this out here. Let me take it out. These actually are really hard to get out. See that?
Mhm.
And then this will fit. That'll fit right in there.
Oh,
So
cool.
if you want it to have like an extra rocket launcher, I guess that's fine. And these are ski torpedoes. That's what they're supposed to be. The Cobra, Ice Wolf, the gunner that's in here, which sits in this thing, he shoots those at the Snowcat and blows it up. That's what those are. So
Cool.
there's that. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, for $40 for 2 vehicles and 2 figures, $40.
Yeah.
You can't beat G.I. Joe.
Nah.
And I haven't even put the stickers on, so I've still got that. I still got to do that.
Could double that if that were Star Wars at the least.
I'd say triple that.
Yeah, probably.
Triple that. I mean, because Star Wars really, man, the vehicles are expensive. I mean, that's like you can't get a good big size vehicle for Star Wars for less than $40 for one vehicle with no figures. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
It's a good point.
So yeah.
Yeah, you figure, let's see, action figures, 2 of them, at least $20. And then, even their regular size, their little itty-bitty vehicles anymore, or that they're trying to keep at the $25 price points that won't even fit an action figure. But so, yeah, you're probably talking over $100 for something similar. Oh, there's the other vehicle.
Yeah, I just went and grabbed it real quick. And this is the, they call it the Ghost Hawk. I think in our day, Shawn, this was called the Skyhawk.
Mm-hmm.
And what's cool about this one, and I was talking with my son, my older son, earlier, because I have it's up there hanging from the ceiling, but I have the Ghost Hawk that came out in the Pursuit of Cobra line, which is a really, the Pursuit of Cobra line is kind of like the definitive modern G.I. Joe line. I mean, there was the Rise of Cobra, and there was after the Rise of Cobra ended, that was kind of like the heyday of modern Joes. Then there was the Pursuit of Cobra, and the Pursuit of Cobra, like a lot of the figures from that are considered to be the ultimate versions, like the Low Light and the Destro from that, the Cobra Trooper, the Iron Grenadier, so forth and so on. So anyhow, they came out with the Ghost Hawk, and then this is the one that it came with the Ice Wolf. And what's great about this one, I actually prefer this one from the Pursuit of Cobra because these fins. You see these fins here?
Mm-hmm.
Those are more like the vintage, and also the engines, and also you see how the canopy, how you can see inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the Pursuit of Cobra one, you couldn't. It was like a solid plastic. It was really like terrible, solid plastic.
Well,
And
good.
then, yeah, and so, and like also this tail fin here was gone. That wasn't there. And then the only thing that was cool about the Pursuit of Cobra one is that there was like a missile launcher here, where
Mm-hmm.
this missile is, and then a Gatling gun there. So if they had put the Gatling gun here and the missile launcher there, this would be like the ultimate Ghost Hawk. I don't know. You
Neat.
tell me. Yeah, it's a cool vehicle. I mean, it's like a. It was cool when it came out a long time ago. I mean, there's the cannons. You see that? How they swivel back and forth?
Mm-hmm.
Just like the old.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Good times, man. Yeah.
G.I. Joe legal. So there's that. All right. So, and I gave the snake eyes that came with it to Vincent because I like to give him stuff. So I
Cool
didn't
deal.
want that snake eye. Yep. All right.
Oh.
So that's what I found. I did find a blue Dollar General Cobra Trooper today, so that was cool. And that's about it. I mean. Not a whole lot else. I mean, I looked at the Marvel stuff, and there's some of those new Marvel Universe figures, not so great. I looked at the Guardians of the Galaxy stuff today, and the problem with the Guardians of the Galaxy is that it's like this big, you know?
Oh yeah, it's small.
That's really like, man, I think they really screwed up there. Because if they had made it 3 3/4 inch, I think it'd be selling like crazy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I think everybody loves Rocket Raccoon at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And that Ronin guy, he'd be an awesome figure to have if they had made him in 3 3/4 inch. So I'm trying to think. And of course, there's Ninja Turtles all over the place. It's like, you know, the elephant in the room is the Ninja Turtles. They've got the movie line. They've got the TV show line. They've got the classics line, the vintage line, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then they've got the classic vintage, which is the 6-inch. But they look like right now they've got the movie Turtles, which those ones are really cool. If I had like extra money, I would buy those. But so all that stuff I saw, but I only got that, you know.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, it's great. It's like, you know, it's nice to actually be excited to go look for toys, you know. There's that.
Yeah. Well, I had actually some good news at Walmart. I didn't pick them up, but it was pretty cool. I was actually able to see the 6-inch series on the pegs at Walmart's, and I haven't seen them there before.
Mm-hmm.
And at the one store I have had actually 2 Stormtroopers on the pegs, and then the other store, actually, that was smaller of my 2 stores, had 1 Stormtrooper on the pegs. So I thought that was pretty cool. No Boba Fett's, but it looks to me like they got in like that wave that had the Stormtrooper, the Bespin Luke. What else did that wave? Whatever that particular wave was, they had those figures. But it was really cool. And I actually saw the Pablo Jill wave of the Black Series. That's actually the newest wave I've seen on the pegs for the Black Series. So
No.
I can feel your pain a little bit with the 3 3/4 inch series. Of course, I did see the Command series. I saw those packs. Thought they looked pretty cool, and I actually saw the new size, the Jack Pacific line.
Mm-hmm.
Not the huge ones. I guess those were 31 inches, but the smaller ones, like the Ezra Bridger, the TIE Pilot, the Scout Trooper, and Chewbacca. I think those were the 4 that are out. I didn't see the evidently Walmart has an exclusive Boba Fett. I didn't see that one yet, but those look kind of cool, you know, for the price. So it was nice to see new stuff on the pegs, though. Thought it gives us a little bit of hope.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I mean, like I said, I didn't really buy anything, but some new stuff.
Yep.
So, I mean, we actually get to do a little bit of what's on the pegs, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I was
Quicker than our 2 second segments we normally have been doing.
definitely. I walked into Toys R Us today and immediately saw that set, and I was happy. So I mean, that's a I don't know. I mean, it's just like I just remember Shawn going to the store and there being so much stuff you couldn't get it all.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, well, if there's one thing that I like, I'm happy.
Well, we're going to get the movies coming in here before too long, so the Star Wars pegs are going to be full.
Yeah,
We just got to hold out. We don't have to hold out much longer.
Yep. Of course, that's not to say anything about G.I. Joe, which of course is for me the more enticing thing. But I'll definitely be excited to see this episode 7 because it's got Luke Skywalker in it, and Han Solo and Stormtroopers. No Darth Vader, but hey, he can be a ghost, right?
It's hard to tell. There's rumors that you're going to see him and Emperor Palpatine and who else.
I tell you what, if they show Luke Skywalker talking to his father as a ghost, I'm going to cry. Or Yoda, one or the other,
Right.
or both together. That'll do it for me. The hairs will stand up on the back of my neck, and I'll be all in. So.
All right, JJ, you heard him. You got to make that happen.
Yes, please make that happen. That will make it the coolest thing ever. All right. Well, I guess
we gotta have a show where we just do episode 7 speculation and rumors.
Oh well, whenever you want to, buddy. It's a 3-day weekend, so if you want to do it tomorrow night, you want to do it tomorrow night. If my wife doesn't care, I'll do it.
I've got a little bit of work to do tomorrow, but you never know. I might be sending you a message.
Tomorrow night.
Right.
Because you don't have to go to work on Monday, and neither do I. So that's.
I hear you, man.
But
maybe we'll get a blue screen this time.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see what this episode looks like, folks. Thanks for sticking with us.
Yeah, Shawn, I think you might have to do a little piecing together, but hey.
We'll see what it looks like.
Yeah. Well, that's not our fault, definitely.
All right, I think we're ready to put this one to bed.
All right, well, if you want to get the show, of course, the regular avenues are there. You can go to iTunes and subscribe to Custom Action Figure News. Of course, the best way to get our show is to go to Imperial Shipyards and definitely check out the Custom Action Figure News page that Shawn has put together and still is putting together to this day. If you want to get a hold of myself, it's lucascones@gmail.com. And if you want to get a hold of Tamer, it's tamer@imperialshipyards.net. And I think that's going to do it. So from Lucas Clones
and Tamer,
we will see you again. And goodbye, folks. Thank you for joining us live. We will see you next time.
Bye.